Morning, everybody. Or it's morning for me. I don't know. It just depends on when you watch this video. But welcome. I want to apologize. In my last video, I said my next video was going to be history related, which I didn't intentionally tell you that and not do it. I did go out and try to do a history related video, but as you can probably tell, I fly by the seat of my pants most of the time, and I didn't prepare well enough, and so I wasn't exactly satisfied with the end product. So I thought, well, this morning I'm going to head back out just so I can have some more content. I'm back out in the forest in southern Indiana, and I'm going to take another hike. Last time I was out here, I did come across a couple things, probably perfectly natural things along the trail, but I'm going to turn that fan off. Maybe you can hear me a little bit better. So when I get out on the trail and I come across those things, I'll point them out to you. Now, like I said, they're probably perfectly natural. I'm not going to say they're Bigfoot done these things, but a lot of people would say that. Like I said, the jury's still out for me on whether or not Bigfoot exists. Let me adjust my camera here just a skosh. But again, as I said in the previous video, I did see something out here a few weeks ago, and until you see something that you can't explain, you might not understand why somebody would keep going back and looking for something that you don't even know exists. It's been a lot about just getting out and hiking. I hadn't hiked a lot in the last few years, but it's been I've had a very good time, and I feel better when I get back from doing it. So hopefully I can continue to get out and hike and look around. Today is November 24th, Monday, November 24th. So we're just a few days away from Thanksgiving. So I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, and hopefully you're able to spend that time with family and friends and eat a lot of good food. So once I get back out on the trail, I will bring you back, and we'll just see what we can come up with today. See you in a bit. All right, I've just got back on the trail here. I did see another car pulled in when I sit in the parking lot. My interstate bracket. As you can see today behind me, probably can see that it's a cloudy, foggy sort of day. Make sure I want to go this way. And it's in the low 40s right now, so it's a little bit chilly out, and it's real foggy when I got up this morning, but I thought, well, I'm gonna head out anyway. I wanted to make another video. Oh, this is not the way I wanted to go. Oh, sorry about that. I didn't think it looked right. I wanted to go the other way. Just makes a big loop, but I just wanted to, I like going the other way. I've gone both ways, so figure out. Which way? Oh, there it is. Golly, so much leaf clutter on the Ground right now. It's kind of hard to see which trail I wanted to take, but I found it. So, in my very first video, I mentioned a structure. I did specify that it was a man-made structure, but I didn't show it to you, so I'm going to show it to you here. Somebody's actually got down there. I can't tell. Thought maybe somebody had opened it up. Trying to be a little careful going down this hill here. A lot of leaf. Yeah, it's actually opened up. And let me show it to you here real quick. That little structure right there was the one I mentioned in my first video. And I wasn't sure what it was, but it is, as you can plainly see, a man-made structure. But I don't know what it is, but somebody has come down here and opened the door. Oh, rough terrain right here. Let me see what was in here. I don't know. Just a little empty building. I'm not sure what this was ever intended for. I thought maybe it was a restroom at one time or something, but I thought it was kind of an odd place to put a restroom. Let's see if I can get back out of here without killing myself. A lot of rocks stuff here, so back on the trail where it's a little bit easier walking. But anyway, still don't know what that little building was for. But anyway, we're going to walk around a little bit, stop. Generally what I do is I'll walk 25 or 50 yards and stop and kind of look around, see if I notice anything that I can't explain, or something that's unnatural. So if I come across anything, I'll bring you back and let you see it for yourself. Catch you in a few. All right. Here's one of the things I seen on my last hike. Now, probably perfectly natural. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of breath. But the thing about this is, and I'm not saying it's Bigfoot. No, not by any stretch of the imagination. But I hiked this area. This is actually the fourth time I've hiked this particular trail. I hiked one other trail that, was not a lot of water and stuff on, so I just not been going back to that area. But I hiked this trail 3 times in total. Excuse me. And the first 2 times I walked right by this and didn't see it, and it's 20 feet off the trail. Now, like I said, probably perfectly natural. I'll show it to you. It is a tree bend, tree arch. I don't know if you can see it right there in the middle of your screen, but now, like I said, probably perfectly natural. But a lot of people would say this was Bigfoot related. Let me get off this bridge. It's kind of slick. But, I can't see. There's a tree down right there, a limb going across it. So that tree, when it fell, probably pulled that down. But again, I didn't notice that the first 2 times, and I walked right by it. Like I said, I'm not 20 feet from it. And It's just, I thought it was kind of odd that I didn't see it. And there's another one down the trail here a little bit. So I'll show you that when we get there. But if you all are enjoying my videos, and I hope you are, drop down in the comments and buy me a coffee. At some point, I'm hoping that my videos get better and more people enjoy them. And, I'd like to get another camera. That way I could take different views of things at the same time. And also, I want to go places further away from home. This one's 10 miles from my house. And, all that takes money. So I appreciate any donation that you might give. But, it's completely unnecessary. But if you feel compelled to do it, drop down in the comments, and I'd appreciate anything. So we're going to continue on. And when I come across the next, for lack of a better description, tree bend, I'll bring you back and show you that one too. See you in a bit. All right, I've come up on the second one, maybe 75 yards from the first one. I'll show it to you. Again, probably very natural. And this one looks like it's been down for a while. Hope you can see it. This one looks like it's been down a while. There's some broken branches laying over it. So, but I, again, just find it very odd that I walked within 20 feet of this twice and didn't see it, because like I said, I've been, trying to walk 25 or 50 yards and then just stop and look around and be kind of observant to my surroundings. And I've missed this twice. And there it is again. Again, probably perfectly natural, but I didn't see it my first two trips out here. As you can see, most of the leaves are off the trees now. A lot of leaves on the ground. Going to make it almost impossible to find any prints of any kind, but we're still going to look. And if I have time after my hike, I want to tell you about a paranormal experience that I had 30 years ago that freaked me out pretty well. I'm not afraid to admit that. I mean, it was pretty scary. So, but if I don't get it told at the end of this video, I will certainly do it in a separate video. So, I'm going to continue on, and we'll check back in with you in a little bit. Well, I've come across something else I hadn't seen in my weekly hikes. This one, it's a tree break of some sort. Again, I can't say. It's not very far off the ground. It's only just over 2 feet off the ground, but it looks like it's pretty fresh. But that wood also looks like was in the stages of starting to rot and probably became very soft. But again, not 20 feet off the trail. So, of course, when I first started, there were a lot more leaves on the trees than there are now. And so, you know, it just might have been hidden by the leaves. And you know, right now we're in the middle of deer season, so I'm kind of limited in the places I can hike in the forest where I'm at. There are only 2 trails that are in no hunting zone, so I'm having to limit myself to those areas. And like I said, this is the 4th trip through this area. So once deer season gets over with, the last day of November for gun season now, I think bow season runs through January 4th. But until at least gun season's over with, I'm not going to be able to get out on any trails. There are, I don't know, around 60 miles of horse trails that can also be used as hiking trails. So I'm looking forward to getting out on those. I might have to find me a hiking partner, though. I'm really getting too old to be out here by myself, too far off the beaten path. If something were to happen and I get down one of these hollers where there's no phone service, I'd be in trouble. Again, you know, if the weather holds out and I can find me a hiking partner, I'm going to try to get out on some of those trails later this year and early next year. So, all right, I'm going to continue on, and if I come across anything else, I'll be sure and show it to you. Well, I made it off the trail. That last little bit of that trail just about whips me. Didn't see anything else interesting enough to show you all. I know I did discover I got too many clothes on this morning. I dressed thinking it might be a little chilly, and it was. But by the time I come up that last hill to come back out of the woods, I'm warmed up now. I promised a story, paranormal story, after my video, but I think I'm going to wait and make that a separate video. And I know what some of y'all are going to think, you know, oh, he just did that just so we'll come back and watch another video. And I promise you that's not it. But I was hoping to find a place where there wasn't many people or any people, so I could sit down and just tell the story while I'm out here. But every parking spot I come to, there's people, which is kind of crazy for a Monday morning. So I'll save that paranormal story for another video. And again, at some point, I'm going to start diving into more history-related things. But history-related things are going to require a lot more research, so I get the story correct to my knowledge. I don't want to tell something that might not necessarily be true, which, you know, there's enough of that in history-related things because you're always finding out something new. But at any rate, I'm going to end the video. Please comment. Tell me what I'm doing well. Tell me what I'm doing not so well. Oh, I did figure out the issues that I was having with the camera, and the issue was, it wasn't my camera, the issue was with me. It's just I wasn't understanding what the camera was doing. So I think I've got that straightened out. And but again, comment if you feel so inclined. Drop it down there and leave me a coffee. You know, I've got a link in the comments where you can leave me a coffee. Any comment, any donation to coffee would be greatly appreciated. And I'll see you next time.